So we're gonna be coming from Daniel 3 today, and let me give y'all a background of Daniel 3. So King Nebuchadnezzar is building like an image, a big golden image. I think it's gold. Anyway, and he wants everybody to bow down to that image, to worship it when the songs start playing, right? And he says, if you don't bow down and worship, then you will be thrown into the furnace, into a burning furnace. So the people began to bow down, but there were 3 Hebrew boys that didn't. They were Meshach. I know you heard the story, maybe. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. So just follow me. So anyway, God revealed to me 6 points that when we are in a burning furnace, now our burning furnace may look like any obstacle that the enemy is throwing our way to get us off track or to discourage us. So the first point God made was, don't allow the furnace to intimidate you. Now the furnace, imagine being told, if you don't bow down to this God, you're going to be thrown into a fiery furnace. Now that could be intimidating if you look at it. If you look at it and be like, okay, just imagine the obstacle. Don't allow that obstacle to intimidate you, because God is bigger. Point 2, stand on God's business even while you're under pressure. Now, believe it or not, there's going to be some pressure thrown at you. Let me read verse 15 so I can, go more in depth. Okay, so this is verse 15 part, I'm going to just say part B or part 2. But if you do not worship it, you will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. Then what lowercase God will be able to rescue from my hand. So that was King Nebuchadnezzar, and he was trying to, pressure them like, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do, what God, lowercase G, gonna save you? So you gotta be mindful when the enemy is throwing all these little accusations, all these little down talking. You gotta know who your God is and know that he on your side. The next point is, don't be moved by the naysayers. There may be some people in your background, in your life, that are naysayers, they are doubters. They don't have faith. They lack faith. So you have to be mindful of who you surround yourself with. The next point I'm going to make is, know who God is for yourself and that he is able to do the things that seem impossible. So verse 17 says, if we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. The second to last point is, don't just seek God's hand, seek his face in the midst of the storm. The last point is, know that you will walk out the furnace unbound and unharmed. Daniel 3:25 says, he said, look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods. That's what they said, but it was God.